Hello, guys. Today, a very deep chapter by chapter summary of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, 1937. The explanations use simple, natural language suitable for reading aloud to others, while going deep into the ideas, psychology, key stories, and practical applications. The book has 15 chapters and introduction, plus 13 core principles, ending with fear. The overall message: whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Thoughts are real forces. When mixed with burning desire, faith, emotion, and persistent action, they impress on the subconscious mind and turn into physical reality, including wealth. Hill based this on 20-plus years of research interviewing over 500 self-made millionaires. Success is a learnable system, not luck. Poverty and riches both begin in the mind. Chapter 1. Introduction. Thoughts are things, the power of thought. Simple explanation. Thoughts are powerful things. A clear, emotionalized thought mixed with desire and persistence becomes reality. Most people fail because they think in terms of limitations instead of possibilities. Deep explanation. Hill introduces the core philosophy: every great achievement starts as a thought. The mind can be trained from failure, consciousness, doubt, fear, excuses to success, consciousness, possibility, determination. Thoughts have creative power when backed by definiteness of purpose, burning desire, and action. Negative thinking creates self-imposed limitations. Positive, persistent thinking removes them. Hill uses real stories to prove that ordinary people achieved extraordinary results by aligning their dominant thoughts with a definite goal. Key stories. Edwin C. Barnes, a young man with no money or connections, had an all-consuming desire to become Thomas Edison's business partner. He arrived uninvited, took a menial job sweeping floors, and persisted for years without promotion. When Edison invented a dictating machine that salesmen rejected, Barnes seized the opportunity, sold it successfully across the country, and became Edison's partner. The slogan became "Made by Edison and installed by Barnes." Lesson: a burning desire, backed by action and persistence, overcomes every obstacle. Are you Darby and the Gold Mine? Darby and his uncle struck gold but quit when the vein disappeared. They sold the equipment cheaply. The new owners dug just 3 feet further and hit one of the richest gold deposits in Colorado. Darby learned the lesson: never quit 3 feet from gold, and later applied it to become a top life insurance salesman by persisting through rejections. Why it works. Psychology. The subconscious mind responds to dominant thoughts. Emotionalized thoughts mixed with feeling impress deeply and attract opportunities, people, and resources. Temporary defeat is not failure. It's often just a test of persistence. How to apply today. Identify a definite major purpose, exact goal. Write it down. Read it daily. When facing setbacks, remember Darby's story and keep going 3 more feet. Start small. Replace "I can't afford it" with "How can I afford it?" Chapter 2. Desire. The starting point of all achievement. Simple explanation. Success begins with a burning, obsessive desire, not a weak wish or hope. You must want it so intensely that you're willing to stake everything on it. Deep explanation. Desire is the fuel of all achievement. Vague hopes produce nothing. A definite, emotional desire creates the energy to overcome obstacles and impress the goal on the subconscious mind. There are no real limitations except those we accept in our own minds. Both poverty and riches are direct results of our habitual thinking. Hill stresses that every fortune began with desire. He provides a practical 6-step method to transmute desire into reality. The 6 steps explained slowly when reading aloud. 1. Fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. 2. Determine exactly what you will give in return: service, product, or effort. Nothing is free. 3. Establish a definite date by which you intend to possess the money. 4. Create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you are ready or not. 5. Write a clear, concise statement of the amount of money, the time limit, what you will give, and the plan. 6. Read this statement aloud twice daily, morning and night. As you read, see and feel yourself already in possession of the money. Key story: Barnes again. His desire was so intense, he refused any outcome except partnership with Edison. Why it works: strong desire mixed with emotion bypasses doubt and programs the subconscious to notice opportunities and inspire action. Application today: don't say "I want to be rich." Define exactly "I will earn X by." Date by providing specific value service. Read it daily with genuine emotion. This creates success consciousness. Chapter 3: Faith, Visualization of, and Belief in Attainment of Desire. Simple explanation: faith is believing so deeply in your goal that you can already see and feel it happening. It removes limitations and turns desire into reality. Deep explanation: faith is the head chemist of the mind. It is a state of mind induced by repeated affirmations and vivid visualization. When mixed with desire, faith creates a powerful vibration that connects to infinite intelligence, a creative universal force. Faith is not blind religious belief, but unshakable emotional certainty. Negative emotions, fear, doubt, destroy it. Repetition and visualization build it. Hill explains that faith can be developed deliberately through autosuggestion. Key story: Hill worked with his son, born without ears and hearing, by telling bedtime stories that planted the idea his handicap was actually an asset for greater achievement. The boy grew up with strong faith in this and succeeded despite medical predictions. Why it works: repeated emotional visualization impresses the subconscious, which then guides actions and attracts resources. It turns the intangible thought into the tangible. Application today: close your eyes daily and vividly picture living your goal. Feel the emotions joy, confidence, freedom. Combine with reading your desire statement. Use this when circumstances look impossible. Chapter 4: Autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. Simple explanation: talk to yourself positively and repeatedly self-suggestion to plant your desire deep in the subconscious mind. Deep explanation: autosuggestion is self-directed communication that channels thoughts from the conscious mind to the subconscious through the 5 senses. The subconscious accepts what you feed it repeatedly with emotion and turns it into habits, inspiration, and opportunities. It cannot distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. This is the practical tool for building faith and impressing desire. Key ideas: do not wait for a perfect plan. Begin visualizing possession of your goal immediately. Demand and expect the subconscious to deliver plans. Application today: Use the 6-step statement from Chapter 2. Read it aloud twice daily with strong emotion and belief. Practice positive self-talk. Avoid negative suggestions, complaints, doubt. Chapter 5. Specialized knowledge, personal experiences or observations. Simple explanation. General knowledge from school is not enough for riches. You need specialized knowledge related to your definite purpose. Deep explanation. Knowledge has no power until it is organized into definite plans and applied intelligently. Many educated people remain poor because they lack focused, marketable expertise. If you don't have the needed knowledge, acquire it through study, experience, or by allying with experts. Mastermind. Specialized knowledge must be tied to your goal and turned into service or products. Key story. Henry Ford knew little about technical engineering details, but surrounded himself with specialists and built a massive empire. Application today. Identify the exact skills knowledge needed for your goal. Invest in targeted learning courses, books, mentors. Organize it into actionable plans rather than collecting random information. Chapter 6. Imagination. The workshop of the mind. Simple explanation. Use your imagination to create ideas and plans that turn desire into reality. It is the workshop where plans are formed. Deep explanation. Imagination has two forms: synthetic, rearranging existing ideas into new combinations, and creative, new ideas inspired by the subconscious or infinite intelligence. All inventions, plans, and fortunes begin in the imagination. Desire plus faith stimulates imagination. Key story. The idea for Edison's phonograph came from imaginative thinking. Hill uses the enchanted kettle analogy for creative sparks. Application today. Set aside time for deliberate brainstorming. Ask what if, or use mind mapping. Combine imagination with your desire statement to generate practical ways forward. Chapter 7. Organized planning. The crystallization of desire into action. Simple explanation. Turn your desire into detailed, practical plans. Be ready to change plans if they fail, but never change the goal. Deep explanation. Desire must be crystallized into action through organized plans. This chapter covers creating plans, offering value in return for money, leadership qualities, and forming alliances. Most people fail here due to lack of plans or quitting at the first obstacle. Include a mastermind group. Next chapter. Revise plans without losing definiteness of purpose. Application today. Write step-by-step action plans. Test them quickly, gather feedback, and adjust. Focus on providing service or ideas that others will pay for. Chapter 8. Decision. The mastery of procrastination. Simple explanation. Successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly, if at all. Indecision and procrastination are major causes of failure. Deep explanation. Prompt. Firm decisions build momentum and prevent doubt. Hill analyzed thousands of people and found indecision common among the unsuccessful. Keep your own counsel. Sharing plans too widely invites negative opinions that create doubt. Application today. Set deadlines for decisions on your goal. Limit options to avoid paralysis. Act decisively on your definite purpose. Chapter 9. Persistence. The sustained effort necessary to induce faith. Simple explanation. Keep going no matter what. Persistence turns desire into its physical equivalent and builds faith. Deep explanation. Most people quit at temporary defeat. Persistence is a state of mind developed through habit, definite purpose, desire, and willpower. It overcomes failures and impresses the subconscious. Symptoms of lack of persistence include making excuses or stopping at obstacles. Key story: Thomas Edison's thousands of failed experiments before the light bulb. Application today: when facing setbacks, revisit your burning desire. Build persistence through daily habits, accountability, and a mastermind group. Chapter 10: Power of the Mastermind, the Driving Force. Simple explanation: no one succeeds greatly alone. Form a harmonious group of minds working toward a definite purpose. It creates extra intelligence and power. Deep explanation: a mastermind is the coordination of two or more minds in perfect harmony toward a common goal. It generates a third mind with greater creativity, knowledge, and psychic power, economic and psychic advantages. Choose positive, success-oriented people. Key story: Andrew Carnegie credited much of his success to his mastermind alliance of industrial experts and advisors. Application today: form or join a small group 10 people that meets regularly to discuss goals, share ideas, solve problems, and support each other. Chapter 11: The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. Simple explanation: redirect strong sexual energy and drive into creative, productive channels, business, invention, art, rather than dissipating it. Deep explanation: sexual desire is one of the strongest human emotions. Highly successful people often channel this energy into heightened enthusiasm, imagination, persistence, and creativity. It is not about suppression but wise redirection. This chapter explores how emotion and drive fuel achievement. Application today: stay passionate but direct that energy toward your major purpose. Maintain healthy balance. Chapter 12: The Subconscious Mind. Simple explanation: the subconscious connects you to infinite intelligence. Feed it only positive, emotionalized thoughts so it works for your success. Deep explanation: the subconscious never sleeps and acts as a bridge between the conscious mind and greater creative forces. It translates dominant thoughts, especially those mixed with emotion, into reality. Negative emotions, fear, doubt, poison it. Positive autosuggestion nourishes it. Application today: use visualization and affirmations to plant good desires. Avoid negative influences and self-talk. Chapter 13: The Brain. Simple explanation: the brain is like a broadcasting and receiving station for thoughts. It can pick up ideas and inspiration when properly tuned. Deep explanation: thoughts have vibrational frequency. The brain, combined with the subconscious and mastermind, can receive useful ideas from others or infinite intelligence when stimulated by desire, faith, and the other principles. Application today: keep your mind tuned to success through daily practice of the earlier steps. Chapter 14: The Sixth Sense. Simple explanation: this is intuition or creative inspiration that develops after mastering the other 12 principles. It acts like a guardian angel, giving hunches, warnings, and opportunities. Deep explanation: the sixth sense is the apex of the philosophy, fully developed creative imagination. It cannot be forced, it emerges naturally when the other principles are lived consistently. It provides flashes of insight beyond ordinary reasoning. Application today. Trust and act on strong intuitions. Once the foundation is built, it sharpens with experience and mindset work. Chapter 15. How to outwit the 6 ghosts of fear and negative influences. Simple explanation. Fear is the biggest obstacle to success. Conquer the 6 basic fears: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. Also, control negative influences around you. Deep explanation. Fear is a state of mind that paralyzes action and destroys faith. Hill provides a detailed self-analysis test to identify your fears and replace them with definite purpose and positive thinking. Negative influences, environment, people, media must be deliberately avoided or controlled. The chapter ends with questions for self-examination. Key fears, explained briefly. Poverty leads to inaction. Criticism makes people conform and avoid risk. Ill health often stems from negative suggestion. Loss of love creates jealousy and insecurity. Old age causes slowing down unnecessarily. Death creates uncertainty and worry. Application today. Do an honest self-inventory of your fears. Replace them with your desire statement and faith-building practices. Surround yourself with positive influences and limit exposure to negativity. Final thoughts on the book. The 13 principles are cumulative. They build on each other like a ladder. Start with Desire Chapter 2 and climb step by step. Reread the book multiple times while actively applying one principle at a time. The real power comes from doing, not just reading. Quick starting action plan. 1. Write your definite major purpose using the 6 steps in Chapter 2. 2. Read it aloud twice daily with emotion and visualization. 3. Form a small mastermind group. 4. Persist through setbacks and conquer fear with positive self-analysis. This philosophy has influenced millions because it combines mindset training with practical action. Apply it ethically by creating real value for others. Many modern successes, entrepreneurs, athletes, leaders credit these principles. If you want a shorter read-aloud script, focus on specific chapters, worksheets for the 6 steps, or how this connects to other books like Conrad's The 48 Laws of Power. Just ask. The book rewards consistent daily practice. Start today with your written desire.